Yo, so what's going on, YouTube? Back on live. It's funny that why my screen is so foggy. But it's funny that from the screen of my laptop, um that ain't even what I was trying to fucking say. Anyway, from when I log into onto my YouTube account via my laptop, I'm able to go live and stuff like that. But when I try to go live from my cell phone, it tells me that I have to make like 50 shorts. Hold on, I'm about to show you exactly what it says. This makes no sense. Because clearly I'm live right now, right? And when I say clearly, it doesn't have anything to do with methamphetamine. I'm just being very clear about the fact that I'm live right now, right? Right. All right, so look, I'm going to show y'all. I'm on YouTube right now. I'm trying to go live. Live. Try creating more shorts to reach 50 subscribers. And unlock live streaming. So I literally had to create 50 shorts to reach live streamers before they will allow me to go live on my phone, but I can go live on my laptop. This makes no sense, bro. Like, WTF. I like talking like a female sometimes. WTF. I've been in jail for 2 years. I've lost touch with society. I doubt anybody says WTF anymore. I'm probably the only one left. I don't care. But look, no, fuck all that. It is what it is. Um, so they've tried to silence me on YouTube and stuff like that. All right, so look, not YouTube, on Facebook. So look, I'm gonna show y'all that as well while I'm on here. Um, so I was making lives, and I wanna prove everything that I say. So we're gonna go to all of my fucking lives that I have done on Facebook live. Watch this now. You can't go live yet. After you meet the following eligibility requirements, you'll be able to go live. Your profile needs to be at least 60 days old. You need to have at least 100 followers. My profile is well over 60 days old. Let me show y'all this. Now, with that said, they done this last week. Let me show you something. Okay, that's not what I want to show you. Hold on. So, wow, what the fuck is going on? Hold on. Ah, here they go. Here are all of my lives. Oh, this is a sucky camera. Here are all of my lives. Well, this thing has the worst camera, bro. Man, stop fucking playing with me, bro. Anyway, here are all of my lives that I was making prior to last week. Okay. In a attempt to silence me, they changed the rules to where I can't make lives until I have 100 subscribers to keep me from going inside of these places and showing y'all how they're targeting and murdering bees. Okay, murdering them dead. You got blue eyes, you are a bee. If you don't worship Bill Gates and Emily and Emmy, you are a bee. Okay? These people hate Jesus Christ. And if you have blue eyes, then you're of Jesus Christ. Okay? And they hate him. Like I told you, when I got incarcerated at Kirkland, when I got incarcerated in Spartanburg, South Carolina, I left there and they sent me to prison at Kirkland R&E, which is a evaluation prison, like a diagnostics, right? And when I got there, as soon as I walked in, they had a big triangle on the wall, and it had a brown eye inside of it, and it said no exceptions. Do you know what that means? A big ass brown eye, no exceptions. It means when you leave, either you're gonna change your fucking eye color, you're gonna allow them to change your eye color, or they're gonna kill your ass. No exceptions. Basically, that was saying they kill bees. Brown eyes or nothing. Okay? And they do. That is exactly what they do. Not only do they do it there, they do it everywhere. Right there, Kirkland is a training camp for ISIS. Okay? And what these ICs do is go out and target and murder bees. All right? So I'm gonna give you some cool ass. They're not really cool. It's actually really fucking evil. But I'm gonna give you some examples of things that they do. You know what I'm saying? All right. So first of all, this is called art. I have a thing of chapstick, and what you're gonna notice about this chapstick is right. I shouldn't have had it in my pocket. Right up top, it says, "Yes, bees." Okay. So what is this for? What would they use something like this for? Okay. Well, let me explain something to you. Anytime a bee is anywhere, if you have blue eyes, you're a bee. Anytime you show up anywhere, first off, the rain knows within 3 hours of you reaching any destination that you're going to. If you're going to work, if you're going to the store, if you're going any fucking where in this world, they are notified at least. This is at least. These motherfuckers probably know a week before you ever get there. Okay. But at minimum, they know 3 hours in advance before you get to any fucking where you're going to. Okay? And if you are a bee, they have probably put you to sleep and chipped your ass. So you got a chip in you, whether you know it or not. And via their cell phone, they're able to log into Google Maps and see you wherever the fuck you are in the whole world. Okay? Once they enter into these programs inside of prisons, such as the beta program, you got 211. There's a lot of different programs, but all of these programs revolve around targeting and murdering bees. Okay. Now, once you enter into these programs, you're going to be informed that Bill is your God, Bill Gates. They all worship LL. LL is Bill Gates. Okay. Who owns Google? It's Google LLC. What does it mean? What does LLC mean? It has a literal meaning and what it really means. If you have an LLC, it means you sold your soul to the devil. Bill is LL. That is the devil. Okay? Understand that. That's why his name is Bill Gates. Jesus Christ said, "Upon this rock I'll build a church, and the gates of hell won't prevail against it." He was making a direct reference to Bill. That's why Bill's name is Bill Gates. And that's why Jesus Christ said, "Upon this rock I'll build a church, and the gates of hell won't prevail against it." Who is it? Well, they say I am. I'll do the bidding for him if I am. I don't know whether I am or not. I don't care. But he was right, no matter what. Okay? So, they're killing bees. Okay? Now, when you show up anywhere you are, okay, let me explain something to you. Once they enter into these programs, the beta program and stuff like that, they transform these guys. If you're white, if you're a white man such as myself, I'm going to use myself as an example, and I enter into the beta program, the first thing they're going to ask me to do is either regenerate into a black man, okay, or regenerate into a woman. You're either going to transform into a woman or you're going to transform into a black man or Hispanic, okay? And then they're going to take your blue eyes and they're going to turn them motherfuckers brown via eye fillers or, however they need to go about that, okay? But that's what they do. And in the event that you don't want to do that, you're like, hell no, I'm happy with who I am. I'm not changing who I am. They're going to try to kill your ass, okay? That means you're real. And they have completely wiped out anybody who's real. And they've done so under order of Bill Gates and Emmy. They've killed all of the real. So never assume, I want you to understand too, who is over these programs? The police. They're ISIS. They're ICs. Okay? They work for the police. Well, who do the police work for? Bill, Emmy, Ann, Mark. Yeah. That's who the police work for. Okay? These aren't good people. These people, the police have sold their soul to the devil as well. They're taking orders from the devil. Bill being the devil. When you get to Kirkland R&E, they make it very clear. That's Bill's camp. Okay? These people are evil. Okay? And everything they do revolves around targeting and murdering bees. All right, I'm going to give you another example. This is art, okay? Now, apparently there's a lot of bees that aren't free. They got most of them locked up in prisons where they are feeding them things right now as we speak to kill them, to get rid of them. What they'll do is they'll lock you up inside a prison for whatever you've done. They like to get you strung out on methamphetamine, okay? Even though crystal meth isn't even illegal. It isn't. The whole world's on meth. All of these motherfuckers are running around shooting crystal meth. You could go in any truck stop, any store, just about all over the world and buy crystal meth all day long, just like it's a pack of cigarettes. Just like it's a pack of cigarettes. But when bees come around, they cut all that off because they thought that they were going to blind all the bees from what the hell is taking place in this world. But they're not, and I'm going to make sure that all that's about to end. All that's about to be over with. Okay? Do you know what this No Kings movement is? No king. Do you know what a king is? A king is a man. That verifies everything that I just said. Have you not watched the news? No kings. What is a no king? What's the No Kings movement? They're raising hell. They're all the men. They want all the men dead. They want all of the men dead. That's what the No Kings movement is. These nasty ass nays want all of the men dead. And they have just about killed all of the men. All of them. I don't know if it's because the men wasn't fighting back. I don't know if the men were stupid. I don't know if the men didn't figure out what was going on. I don't know. I don't know if they didn't have no balls. I don't know what the deal was. But these fucking nays have just about wiped out all of the men. All of them. What you see walking around out here with beards and muscles, 99% of them aren't men. These are fucking nays. These aren't fucking men. Okay? So don't be fooled. So I walked in the store the other day. And on first, this is art. On first glance, you would think that this says, feel free. You better look a fucking again. That says, B. It's free. Okay, this is art. This is a transparency. Okay, you could tell a B that says feel free. Okay, literally, it says feel free. Look at it again. That's a B. A free B. So I walked into the, matter of fact, I was in Port Wentworth, Georgia. I walked into the end market across from the Pilot in Port Wentworth, Georgia. And as I walked in, the girl that was behind the counter noticed that I had blue eyes, and apparently the rain had already let her know, hey, this is a fucking free bee. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no, we can't do nothing with him. He's free. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I walked in, I got to talking to her, and she immediately reached down and grabbed 2 of these and set them on the counter. What she's doing is letting the eye know, hey, that he's a free bee. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because she was shooting the shit with me. And Bill has control over every tongue and every kindred. So the fact that she was shooting the shit with me could get her ass in trouble. So she was letting them know, hey, it's a free bee. There's a free bee here. That's why I'm in here goddamn shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't down, you know what I'm saying? He's got control over their fucking mouth. And they can't say certain things. But when a bee's around, they can act normal. They can talk normal. You know what I'm saying? So she pulled these 2 out and set them on the counter. Letting the motherfucking eye know that, hey, this is a free bee. That's why I'm in here shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Bill, the Bible said that Bill would literally have control over every tongue and every kindred. And he does. He's got control over every fucking thing that comes out of their mouth. Every word. So the book was true. Okay? So she had to real quick let the eye know what the fuck was going on. Like, hey, there's a fucking bee in here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. For example, the chapstick that I just showed you. If these motherfuckers pull out some goddamn chapstick with a damn, you know what I'm saying, whatever it says, something about a bee on there, you know what I'm saying, that saves their ass. Like, hey, look, I know this is a bee. That's why I'm shooting the shit with it, you know what I'm saying? But it also gets you fucked up, okay? Because like I told you, anytime a bee or a legitimate man enters into a store, Walmart, the Pilot, all the prices go up, okay? These nays don't have to pay for anything. These transvestites, which is 90% of the whole world, Bill has made everybody transform. From man to woman, from black to white, so on and so forth. The whole world, right? Okay, so they don't have to pay for anything. And if they do pay anything at all, they only pay half. Anytime a legitimate man comes into any place, the prices go up, okay? And they have things that they could do to trigger the systems, the computers, you know what I'm saying, where you ring your stuff up at. There's different things they can do to trigger that, okay? So when you walk up there to scan whatever it is you're scanning, it gives you the correct price, exactly what the label says. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that when you're not there. When you aren't here, it isn't like that, okay? They intentionally have designed this whole world to screw over men, legitimate white men. Let's go a step further. Legitimate white men with blue eyes. It's the truth. Okay? With that said, the thought is this right here. And I said this in my video earlier, but like I said, they have my devices set up to where they can send like notifications and stuff to my phone, to my laptop and stuff like that. And it's basically fucks with the connectivity of my devices. So when I'm explaining something, it's breaking up and it's buffering and all that's bullshit. Okay. They do that to try and silence me and to try and discourage me from saying what I'm saying. Okay. First of all, what is it called? Buffering. Bluffering, motherfucker. Yeah, right. You see that B? Buffering. If it's spelt with a B, it has to do with bees. So you know that it's BS. Bullshit. Right. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. They use different things like this. There's all type of things, man. Everything has a transparent understanding. And they use these to war against bees. Okay? So if you're standing in line somewhere trying to pay for your stuff, and this has happened to me so many times. I have grabbed something, I have grabbed 2 or 3 items and went to pay for it, and it would be like a small percentage of what it was supposed to be. And I'm like, damn, I just grabbed a bag of chips, 2 drinks, and all type of shit. And it's like $2.35. I'm like, or $2.36. I'm like, okay, whatever, and I'll pay for it, right? But that's because the person who was ringing me up mistook me for a nene. Okay? And they gave me the fair price. What all the little nenes have to pay. This has happened 1,000 times. Okay? Now, let's say you're in line and the cashier hadn't noticed that you're a B, hadn't noticed that you're a real man. One of these faggots walk in behind you and buy a can of Feel Free or buy some damn chapstick that says yes bees. Well, now she sees what the motherfucker just grabbed. Now she's notified with this individual standing behind you that you're a bee. Now the prices go up. 90% of the men in this world had no idea what just took place. They had no idea why that motherfucker just walked in behind them with a Mountain Dew in their hand, with a hat on straight. What does a hat on straight mean? You're 8. They are 6s. The rain has 6'd. They have sold their soul to the devil. Their numerical value is 6. The Bible called Bill Gates the Antichrist. It said it's a number of a man, 666. Once they sell their soul to him, their numerical value becomes 6. If you're rain, your numerical value is 6. It's simple as that. Okay? So if you're not 6, you're of 8. 8 is God. Okay? So you're 8. If you hadn't sold your soul to Bill, then you're 8, period. You're saying that you choose God over Bill. So you're 8. Okay? Simple as that. Okay? So motherfucker walk in behind you, you're trying to pay for your stuff, they got their hat on straight. It looks like the individual isn't doing anything. But the rain is trained to know clothing. They use clothing as art as well. A hat on straight means there's a fucking 8 in front of me. Okay? Got on a pair of hey doos. What are hey doos? Hey doos have 2 meanings. Okay? First off, it's not hey doos, it's a you. Well, it is hey do, but I'm going to explain to you the second meaning here in a minute. Hey doos, a you. So the motherfucker walks up behind you with a pair of hey doos on. It seamlessly looks like he isn't doing anything. He just got a pair of hey doos on, right? To a dumbass B who don't know any better. Well, it's not that they're dumb. It's that they were misled and lied to so that the rain could carry on this war and blind them from the truth. So that's why most B's had no idea what's taking place. Okay? So a motherfucker walks up behind you with a pair of hey doos on. Well, the person behind the counter peeps game on that. And she's like, okay, this is a B in front of me. That's why this individual is here. Okay, this is called clothes art. Okay. Also, didn't I tell you in every one of these the pilots, the Walmart, they have what's called fire systems installed. And what they're able to do is spray a gas into the air. And you breathe this gas in, and it takes you out of your right frame of mind. It fucks with your head. And over a period of time, it causes things like cancer and different things to happen inside of these arcs' bodies. All right, now, with that said, what are they called? What are those shoes called? Hey dudes. What is it called when they turn on these fire systems? They're hazing. They're cutting on the hay. So these motherfuckers can simply follow you into a pilot, a Flying J, a Loves with a pair of hey dudes on, and simply by them walking in with hey dudes on triggers the hazing system inside of these places. Okay? It seamlessly looks like these motherfuckers hadn't done anything. You can wear whatever you want to wear, right? Right. But the truth is, these businesses are set up with sensors, and depending on what an individual wears determines what features work inside of these fucking pilots, inside of Walmart and stuff like that. So simply by walking in with a pair of hey doos on, you would be surprised to know that that camera clearly identified those hey doos, clearly identified that flannel shirt, clearly identified that hat on straight, clearly identified that Caterpillar hoodie you got on. A cat hoodie, 8, motherfucker. Okay? And they're designed, Walmart everywhere is designed, these cameras and stuff are designed to pick up on that. And immediately when they see hey dudes, when they see someone with a cat hoodie on, when they see somebody with their hat on straight, there are so many different clothing statements that could trigger these systems. And the rain is designed to war with food, with their clothes. Every fucking thing is war with these guys. Everything is a war statement. Okay? What does it mean to have a bandana on? A bandana. That means you a nene. You an ant. What does a flannel shirt mean? F-L-A-N-A-L. And that means you a fucking nay-nay. Okay? That's clothing art. Okay? Man, there's so much. Let me show y'all this. Talking about the hazing systems. Well, I done got hot. Hold on. Got a little bit hot. Shit. About 3 fucking hoodies on. Woo. Much more gooder. All right. So talking about the hazing system, let me show y'all this right here. Everything. And like I said, a lot of times I repeat myself, but I do so just in case when I go back and review my video, they was trying to make my video skip or my video was buffering or some stupid shit. And y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying, get to clearly hear what I said. That's why I repeat myself, to make sure that you definitely understood what the fuck I was talking about and what I said. That's why I do that. So, hold on. I'm going to show y'all, here it is. Here it goes right here. Right there. Glows in the dark warning. You see that? That is a inhalation warning. I stopped at a truck stop. Let me see if I can get my my location on that. Oh my god, where was I at? The location don't even matter right now, but it is on my Facebook, the location. Anyway, so I stopped at the truck stop. I went in to wash my clothes. And I kept looking around and I couldn't help but notice, you can see this as well. All right. So if you read number 4, it says, pull ringer, da 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 da, use extinguisher upright, squeeze the lever, sweep from side to side. Right beside this fire extinguisher that I took a picture of was a broom and a dustpan. Okay. So one of the things that these guys will do to trigger the hazing system, and you've seen the inhalation warning. You've seen the inhalation warning that I just showed you. Is that right there? That was posted right next to the fire extinguisher and the fucking broom. Okay. What this is designed for, in case a legitimate man such as myself or a bee comes into this room to wash their clothes, the employees can actually come in and do a sweeping motion, and I'll verify that. And also, if you look at this right here, that also is on the fire extinguisher. It says badger. What is a badger? A fucking cop. A badge, motherfucker. A badger. This is art. Okay. Anyway, right next to the fire extinguisher was a broom and a dustpan. And it is designed so that the rain could come in there, an employee could come in there, or an ISIS, which is a cop, you know what I'm saying? They work for the police. The IC could come in there and grab that broom and start sweeping. And what that's going to do is trigger the fire system that's inside of this laundry room. Okay? Now, while you're sitting there breathing in this fucking gas that they've came in there and triggered, it's going to illuminate your fucking body, bro. And it is going to allow them to see inside of your body from the fucking lens of a camera. So they can sit outside in their vehicle and monitor what's going on the inside of your fucking body, your heartbeat, your liver function. These motherfuckers can even see cancer growing on the inside of your body, bro. Okay? So they can literally target and murder these bees and watch them die, bro. From inside out. Glows in the dark. What happens is when you breathe in this gas, it illuminates the inside of your body. And through the lens of a camera, you are glowing. You are glowing. They can see your ribs. They can see your heartbeat. They can literally, it's like a fucking MRI. They can see cancer on the inside of your body, bro. Is that evil? Fuck yeah. Is that illegal? Hell yeah. Has anybody ever had enough balls to do anything about it? No. I am that somebody. This is illegal. This is murder. They are murdering men and bees, killing them dead. Killing them dead, bro. There are no bees, and there are very few men left in this whole world that these jokers hadn't killed, dead. How are they getting away with this? Because they're trained by the police. Who's going to prosecute them? The people who lock you up, the people who are supposed to protect and serve, are the masterminds behind the whole thing. They train these cowards to go out and target and kill men. Do you understand that there are no men cops? On a federal level, on a state level, none of that. They're all nay-nays. They're either fat, they're either gay or nay. There's no in between. So whose side do you think they're on? Whose side do you think the police is on? They're just as jealous of your manhood as the rain is. They're the motherfuckers who train the rain. All of this starts in prison, in jail. That's where these jokers are trained at. So who's going to prosecute them? Damn sure ain't going to be the jokers who trained them, is it? No. Who's going to lock them up? It ain't going to be the jokers who trained them, is it? Because for them to come out here and lock the rain up, they had to lock their own self up too. How you going to lock me up for something you trained me to do? And if you do, you don't think I'm going to squeal on you? So to keep these jokers silent, they let them do whatever they want to do. And they don't lock them up. Right? Yeah. That's how that works. I'm going to train y'all to go out here and kill bees. And y'all are going to be quiet about it. And in return, you can do anything you want. All the drugs you want, we'll give you. All the drugs you want, and they're all on crystal meth, every one of them. Meth isn't even illegal, bro. Okay? You're not going to pay full price for anything. Better yet, you're not even going to pay it all. But if you do pay something, it's going to be like half price. And we're going to make sure of it. Just be quiet and don't tell nobody about this extermination of men and bees. We're going to act like this didn't happen. And that's kind of the understanding they have entering into these programs. We're going to let you do whatever you want. We're going to regene you. If you do get in trouble for whatever reason out here on the streets, we'll bring you in here. We'll regenerate you. We'll give you another identity, and we'll ship you right out. 2 weeks. You're gone. It probably takes approximately between 2 and 3 weeks to completely regenerate from a black man to a white man, vice versa. I've never done it, so I don't know exactly how long it takes, but if I had to guess, you're receiving somebody's DNA. It's probably going to take about 2 to 3 weeks for you to transform into that individual. Completely. I mean, transformation probably starts immediately. but you're not going to fully look like a different person probably for about 3 weeks. Right? That's me being rational. There's no magic hormone where one shot and I'm black. It don't work like that. Okay? There's a transformation process. I promise you. Okay? Anyway, that's the understanding. If y'all do get out here and y'all get in some type of trouble, we'll bring you in here, we'll regenerate you, we'll send you back out. You'll have a whole new identity. So if Jamal Anthony got busted with 900 kilos of cocaine, we'll bring him in here and transform him into Sarah Thompson and send him out the back door, and he's good to go. Jamal's the one that got caught with dope. Sarah Thompson didn't. Simple as that. That was merely an example, and those names were both false, but that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay? Should this be illegal? Fuck, hell yeah, it should be legal. These jokers could blow your head off. They could walk in here at this truck stop as a black man, shoot you in your fucking head, regenerate into a white man, and this country, the police will spend the next 20 years looking for a black man, and the courts won't even recognize that there's a possibility this joker regenerated into a white man. The courts don't recognize regeneration. I can walk in this store. Well, I can't. Well, I mean, I could, but I ain't. All right. Somebody else, a white man, could walk in the store and kill somebody, shoot him in the head. Leave. Go regenerate into a black man, and they will spend the next 30 years pretending like they're looking for a white man. And you lay there dead. You're dead. Have you ever heard about regeneration on the news? Have you ever seen a court proceeding where regeneration was brought up? No. Why? Because that is the police's biggest weapon. They're not going to expose their biggest weapon. They're not going to bring up their biggest weapon in court. No. They like being able to send these ISIS out to kill, steal, and destroy. And bring them back in there and transform them into somebody else and send them right back out. They love that. That is these war pigs' biggest weapon, bro. Yeah. That is Bill and Emmy's biggest weapon. Their ability to regenerate these jokers. I'll tell you something else that you may or may not be aware of. Inside of these jails and prisons, they are taking blood from these inmates when they enter into these programs, Beta 211 and stuff like that. And they are cloning these jokers and making a duplicate of everybody. So let's say you get in trouble. You go to jail. You're working IC. Okay? If you don't want to regenerate and you want to remain your little character that you've transformed into, bro, your fucking twin can swap with you. They was doing this in Spartanburg. These jokers will be sitting in jail, and they'll take one of them out and bring the other one in at night to give that one a break. And that joker will go out and enjoy his life, do whatever they need to do, and then they'll come back and swap them out with their twin. But they're not twins, they're clones. They're cloning these individuals, bro. Okay? Making duplicates of them. And they swap them out. This joker might stay in jail for 3 weeks, and they'll bring his clone in, swap him out, and he'll sit in there for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. But it looks like the same individual. And they're going to act like the same individual. They've been doing that, bro. That's old. The crazy thing is, bro, them jokers took like 9 tubes of blood from me on 2 different occasions. Altogether, that's 18 tubes of blood them jokers pulled from me. The fuck they need all that blood for? It makes me wonder if them jokers ain't done down when they made a duplicate of me. Because they've also been doing that. They'll make a new, for example, I'm going to use myself. They'll make a new Tyler. they'll kill the old Tyler. Okay? It ain't just me that they've done this to. They've been doing this to bees for a long time. They'll make a new bee, kill the old bee. Make a new bee, kill the old bee. They murdered my mother's cousin, Terry Brown. He had blue eyes. He was a bee. They murdered my father. He had blue eyes. He was a bee. Murdered him dead. Killed him dead. Colon cancer. Cirrhosis of the liver. That is their weapon. What do you think culinary arts is? Culinary arts. Your freaking colon. These jokers are trained to murder you with food through your colon. Yes. When they enter into the beta program, BETA, bees, ants, they train them to kill bees and ants. Kill them dead. They worship murdering bees. They worship this stuff. These are sick freaking people that have sold their soul to the devil. They worship this stuff. I ain't gonna let them get away with it no more. I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna do something about it. Yeah. I'm hungry. What does that say right there? Supreme. Show you something. Now what does that say? Emmy. You're looking for smaller words inside of big words. Okay? She has her food packaged and labeled with examples just like this. Okay? That says Supreme. It also says up. You got to be careful. They trying to kill up. Up's heaven. Okay? But that's a curve. What really you're looking for, and if you notice right here, that says what? Stouffer's stuff hers. Okay? It's for women. They're trying to kill the men, right? Right. Okay. So, who are they worshiping? Who are they worshiping? Emmy. Me. Who is me? M-E. Emmy. That's who they're worshiping. Okay? So she has her food packaged and labeled with her name on it all around the world. Okay? I have millions of examples. Here, look. Smuck who? Smuck hers. Smuckers. They like to use dates and times and stuff. What did I say right there? July the 25th. A motherfucking lie. July. It's art. It's all AI. But these motherfuckers are trained in AI. Okay? What does it say? Premium. What does it say? Emmy. Okay? Her shit packaged and labeled. And these ISIS are trained to know that. Okay? Her and Bill are the masterminds behind this Holocaust. And they've been killing bees just like this for years. Why would it matter what the fuck you bought in the store? Because they have what's good to eat, what isn't going to hurt you, packaged and labeled. And they have trained the rain to know these things. These motherfuckers got online classes and stuff that they take to know this stuff. They train them. So what happens if you don't make the right selection? You're buying food that's going to cause cirrhosis of the liver, that's going to cause colon cancer, that's going to cause thickness of the blood, which makes you stupid. Why they call Jello? Jail-lo will jail your fucking blood up. Why they call jelly? It will jail your fucking blood up. What that does to that strawberry jelly so it gets thick, that also is what it does to your blood. Okay. Why do they call condiments? Condiment into eating this shit. Condiments, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. Well, what is it doing to the man? It thickens their blood. All right, so let me explain to you something. You have veins the size of a piece of sewing thread running through your fucking brain, bro. Through your head, through your heart, through your lungs, through your whole body. If you have thick blood, your brain ain't going to work right. That blood that your heart is pumping can't freely pass through those veins in your brain. So you're going to feel stupid. You're going to act stupid. You're not going to be able to think. You're going to have a clouded mind. It's going to completely fuck you up. And they have murdered a whole nation of men and bees. Just like that. Just like that. And while you're sitting there with thick ass blood and you can't think straight and you don't know what's going on, they're telling you that you got mental problems. Oh, you probably got mental problems. You got ADHD. You need to take this pill. You need to take that pill. But the truth is, they're intentionally making you stupid and you don't even know it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the rain is trained to do that to bees. You will go to the grocery store and buy whatever it is you buy. And if you buy the correct food that isn't going to hurt you, these motherfuckers will sit there on their goddamn phone and watch you and wait till you go somewhere. Wait till you go in the truck stop. Wait till you go in the fucking, wait till you go to the bathroom. Wherever you go. And they'll climb in your fucking truck and they'll swap your shit out for shit that'll hurt you. And you'll have no idea. You will have no idea. They're trained to have this silent war. Now, if you got out of your fucking truck at a truck stop and walked in somewhere, and a motherfucker climbed in here and replaced your jar of jelly with a jar of jelly that looks just like this, but it's bullshit, you would have no idea. You have no idea. None whatsoever, unless you had a camera in your truck. They have killed a whole nation of men in this silent war. When you enter into the beta program, they are going to give you electronics, a cell phone, a tablet, a computer. Okay? On your cell phone, your tablet, and your computer is going to be technology that is designed to target and murder bees. Do you know that these eyes sit on their phones day in and day out and watch me like a fucking movie? Not only do they watch me like a movie, Bill and Emmy sells these videos. Motherfuckers pay goddamn subscription fees to watch I ain't the only bee. There's other bees. Motherfuckers pay fucking money to these motherfuckers. They have gotten filthy rich off of broadcasting me and other bees all over the world. Broadcasting. 90% of these bees had no idea that they was even being watched. They had no idea that every motherfucker in this truck stop was sitting on a goddamn phone watching them like a movie. They had no fucking idea. None. Bill, Emmy, and Mark have gotten filthy fucking rich off of broadcasting bees all over the world. In the privacy of wherever the fuck they're at. And the bees had no idea. No idea. You're in the shower, these motherfuckers are out here on their phone watching your ass. Like a fucking porno. You thought you was in the privacy of your home taking care of personal business? You're a man, you're a grown-ass man. You can take care of you can jack off if you want to. You're single, it's none of nobody's fucking business. What's it to you, motherfucker? I don't have a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? This is an example. But the point is, you're supposed to be able to do that in privacy without nobody knowing. These motherfuckers sitting outside on their phone watching you like a goddamn movie. Not only are they watching you like a movie, these motherfuckers pay money. You know what I'm saying? They chip in $10 subscription, $20 subscription, whatever, to make goddamn Bill and Emmy and the police filthy fucking rich off of broadcasting bees. Watching them like a movie. Motherfuckers have sat in their goddamn house on their television watching me like a fucking movie. Like a movie. I know ever since 2014. Like a movie. Bill and Emmy have gotten filthy rich off of this. Filthy fucking rich. I'm speaking on my situation because I know about my situation, but I also know that they have done other bees like this. A lot. This is big business. Big business. Every motherfucking participant in the beta program, every motherfucker who's ever 211, to heaven. They're murdering bees. Bees are of heaven. That's why it's called 211. They'll let your ass out of jail. You're 211 out. And you're going straight to heaven. And you're going straight to murder fucking bees. That's what that means. Okay? That's where you're going. Okay? And they train them to do it. That's what 211 means. You're headed to heaven to murder them. You're headed to bees to murder them. That's what that is. That's why it's called 211. Every motherfucking participant who has ever participated in that, I promise you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you sit behind bars for the rest of your fucking life. That includes Emmy. That includes Bill. That includes Mark. That includes every law enforcement officer that I could prove had knowledge of what was going on. And every one of them had knowledge. But I said what I could prove. This ain't about whether they had knowledge or not, because they all have knowledge of this. It's what I can prove. The ones I can prove had knowledge of this. Because the court don't give a damn about me saying they have knowledge. I got to be able to prove it. And I can prove it. Do you know what conspiracy is? Conspiracy means you had knowledge of a law that was being broken. Conspiracy means you have knowledge of being broken and you didn't say or do anything about it. Premeditated murder is breaking a law. Okay. So any motherfucker who had any knowledge of any such thing is guilty of what? Conspiracy. You was conspiring with them motherfuckers. If you didn't do something about it, if you didn't say something about it, if you didn't blow the whistle, then you're conspiring with them. Yeah. That's literally what you was doing. And that's literally how it will work in the court of law. To know something and keep your mouth closed It's conspiracy. You're conspiring with them. If you don't say, wait a minute, this is wrong, you're breaking the law. You're trying to kill this guy. You're trying to murder this guy. Then you're conspiring with them. You know, conspiracy carries just as much fucking time as the individual that's doing the killing. Yeah. And I can prove that. If you rob a fucking bank and you come to my house and you let me know, hey, boy, I robbed a bank last night. I got about $50,000. And I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I ain't gonna say nothing. And the police find out that I knew and didn't say nothing. You know they finna lock my ass up for conspiracy. At that point, I'm conspiring with you. You didn't say nothing. Well, you conspiring with him. He robbed a bank and he told you about it. And you didn't say nothing? Well, no, I ain't want to tell on my friend. Put your hand behind your back. You're going to jail. That's conspiracy. So every one of you motherfuckers, if you're arraigned, every fucking one of you can be charged with conspiracy. Don't give a fuck what Bill says. Don't care what Emmy told you. Don't care what the police told you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All I can say, motherfucker, there won't be no regeneration. There won't be no transformation. There won't be no going to jail and you get to get out 2 weeks later. I'm going to end all that. Every motherfucker I can prove who was directly involved is going to go sit in prison for this. And I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to fucking make sure of it. I don't care about the eye. That's all I got to say. Have a good night. I'm going to sit here and let the time on my thing get to where I want it. I don't worship no eye. I don't worship no eye. And if a man don't want to be a transvestite, he don't have to. If he don't want to be a nay-nay, he ain't got to. Neither do you or anybody else. I got paperwork up here. I don't feel like getting it out right this second. I mean, I could. But anyway, they tried to hit me with penal code and. The fuck is penal code and? They wanted me to and. They wanted me to transform into a nay-nay. They held me for 2 fucking years on something that ain't even illegal. Because I told them, no. Fuck I look like. I ain't transforming into no woman. What the fuck's wrong with you? They tried to kill me. Good boy. What do you do in a situation like that? What can a man do in a situation like that? All the cops are nay-nays. How you gonna get them on your side? They're nays. They're either gay or nay. So for you to tell them that you want to remain a man, oh, that fucks with their pride. They're like, we're gay, we're nay. What's wrong with that? I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I'm just telling you that I ain't gonna fucking do it. That goes against what I believe. That goes against what's morally right. That goes against a lot of things. And I'm not going to humiliate myself like that. Fuck no. 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 Furthermore, I'm not selling my soul to the devil. With all that said, the people that are supposed to protect and serve, you can't call on them. They're the motherfuckers that's training the rain. So what do you do? What can you do? I'm going to show y'all what to do. There ain't going to be no more regeneration. Furthermore, it's dangerous. You could be standing in a store with somebody who blew somebody's head off 3 weeks ago. The police don't give a damn. Once you're in the program, it never ends. You can come in and out of that jail anytime you want to. You come in there for murder, and you're in, they'll regenerate your ass and send you right on back out 3 weeks later. Oh, yeah. They don't give a shit. They don't care. As long as you keep your mouth closed about this extermination of bees, as long as you keep your mouth closed about the fact that they're murdering bees, you can do whatever you want to. Yeah, whatever you want to. They don't care. As long as you keep your mouth closed about this extermination of men and bees, they let them jokers do whatever they want to do. They let these ISIS do whatever they want to do. Yeah. I hope God does whatever he wants to do with them. The longer I live, the better that lake of fire sounds. Yeah. You want to participate in something like that, you need to be thrown in the fire. You need to be thrown in the hottest fucking fire that could ever be built. It's where you need to be thrown. To know something like that was going on and to keep your mouth closed, you need to be thrown in the fire. These jokers have exterminated a race of white, blue-eyed men, killed them dead. They need to be thrown in the fire. I'll be honest with you. I hope that the Bible is true. I'm not threatening, please. I'm not threatening. I'm saying that I hope that the Bible is true. I sure do. I pray that the Bible is true. I really do. And I believe that it is. And he told Bill, he said, you've already said in thy heart that you will ascend above the heights of the clouds. You will exalt yourself over the children of God and demand to be worshipped as God. But you will be brought down to the lake of fire. That's what he told him. And I hope that is true. And I hope that every participant who has ever participated in this is also thrown in that fire. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, but I hope that it does. I hope that it does. That's all I got to say. Good night.